Tibet for the first time in 11 years, and the people were there to celebrate his return to Tibet. He was the spiritual leader of the Kyegu Monastery in eastern Tibet. Now, this woman here has a kata, and she's just incredibly excited, and flowers just to see Rinpoche. Where Rinpoche had another reception, and at this stage there were more and more people had gathered, and they were just walking with him. And as you can see here, there's all carters, and the carters have just been thrown over and over and over onto the car, and the driver's trying to get the carters off, leaning out. There's someone coming around, leaning out, trying to get the carters out of the way, because there's just that many of them. As they're going along in the procession, they're just being thrown on and they can't see, and it's just incredibly wild. This part here is as we were coming into the Kyegu Monastery, and this was the last reception of Rinpoche at the monastery. And that was an amazing traditional Tibetan parade. These guys are all sort of perched quite precariously up, painting this stupa. And when you sort of looked at them, turn around and look at them, they're all smiling, they're all happy, they're all enjoying what they're doing. It's quite amazing. This guy, I loved him. I relate strongly to him because of my art. I love painting, and yeah, his jacket just tells the whole story of how many stupas he probably has painted. Traditionally, it would have been a Tibetan Mani stone carver, and the family would come to that person and would either exchange goods or money, and they would get a Mani stone carved for them. Now that stone is like a blessing, and instead of in Western culture you take the stone with you and you take it home, they leave it at the temple, which is for the good of all people. Instead of it's just for them, it becomes sort of the blessing becomes for everyone. The Mani stones, during the Cultural Revolution, the Mani stones have been removed from Tibet, and they've been used to make bridges and roads and toilets. So traditionally the nomads don't really see so much of each other until they get together for the once-a-year horse festival. And the horse festival is in the summer period, and so all the families get together and they camp, and then they have a series of dancing, singing, yak racing, horse racing, and other horse skills and things like that. We were incredibly fortunate that when we got to go to this area, that they had the horse festival, which was one they only have every 4 years, which was all the regions getting together. The horses just ran off, and we don't know what happened. They just disappeared. The race was amazing. Everybody turned up. There was cameras, there was people, there was masses of people. The horses took off, and people packed up and left, and yeah, it was quite bewildering. We didn't know what was going on. A lot of dust, a lot of excitement, but absolutely fantastic to be a part of. When I come to this photo here, because it's up now, I look at it and I reflect back on in 2007. It was a beautiful time to go. When I look at it now, I sort of look at it and it's just very tragic to think, because all of this is just rubble. The other concept that is really core to Buddhism, that has been the centre of my exhibition, is impermanence. It's very central to Buddhist philosophy, and I was wanting to explore this exhibition through that sense of impermanence. None of us know when we're going to die. It could be at any time, and that's where that sense of impermanence you think about that and you start to embrace life, and you start to see everything as this sort of opportunity to contribute. And to me, the hardest part is that so little has been told of this, and that's why I felt I needed to have this exhibition, was to try and increase awareness, to let people know what was happening, to let people know that this earthquake did happen, and to let people know that the people are still suffering. But I can't do it alone, and I don't believe anyone can do it alone. I believe everybody can only do things together, because we are connected, we're all connected. There is nobody that's separate, there's nobody that's isolated.